Rogan, Trust Agents, good book. Trust Agents, T-R-U-S-T, Trust Agents, like Chris Rogan, T-R-O-G-A-N. And I absolutely agree that businesses, most businesses absolutely should be involved in social media. Not all, there are definitely exceptions. I'm not one of the people who says old media is dead and everybody should be on social media. But I think they should. There's a difference between advertising on social networks and participating in social media for business. There are two ways to participate. There's overt and passive ways. And this is probably the best overt way I have seen. It went around on Facebook. It's called Whopper Sacrifice. Has anybody heard of it? Okay, what they did was, the whole idea behind Facebook is you make friends. And Burger King said, if you sacrifice 10 of your friends, if you stop being friends with them on Facebook, you get a free Whopper. Absolutely brilliant idea. It got shut down very quickly because it violates some nitpicky terms of service for Facebook. So Whopper sacrifice has been sacrificed. In the end, your love for the Whopper sandwich proved to be stronger than 233,906 friendships. Brilliant. Absolutely. This is the best example of using full-on advertising in social media that I've ever seen. And then at the bottom, if you were sacrificed by someone, you could send them an angrygram, which was this animated Whopper that yelled at them for defriending. You jerk, how dare you fucking Whopper. Absolutely awesome. I love it. As a creative guy, this is just absolutely brilliant. So why did something like this work when maybe putting an ad on the side of a Facebook page that said free Whopper coupon, click here, may not have? Well, there are three things that make any kind of advertising, but this in particular, really good. And I might mention when I was at those university settings sharing this, I asked the students if this was still going on, who would do it? Every single hand in the room went up. They thought it was great, and that was exactly the target market for this. So the three ways it works. One, it's entertaining. The whole concept's entertaining. To be getting rid of friends on social networks instead of getting new ones. Everybody here laughs. Very, very entertaining. So it's entertaining, providing value. Not only did you get a free Whopper, but in a socially acceptable way to get rid of some friends on Facebook that maybe you didn't want to be friends with anymore. Three, it was honest. There was absolutely no doubt, I'm convinced, in anyone's mind that this was an advertisement for Burger King. An advertisement A, and B, Burger King was behind it. It wasn't someone becoming friends with people on Facebook and then after 3 months going, boy, have you tasted a Whopper lately? They sure are juicy. You should go get one. They weren't trying to manipulate anybody. This was Burger King doing advertising, and the creative was so compelling that people were willing to pass it on because it was entertaining and provided value. Then as a bonus, it was tailored specifically to the medium. This wasn't a TV spot, someone turned it into a print ad, and then they adapted it and threw it on Facebook. This was made custom for the medium and used. So, more passive examples might be you're involved, you have a blog, you have a Twitter account, you're not necessarily putting something like this out there so overtly, but you're still participating in it passively. And one company that's doing this really well is JetBlue. A friend of mine I used to work with was, I don't know if he was at Salt Lake Airport or a different one coming back to Salt Lake, but he had found out that his flight was delayed. They announced it over the thing in the little waiting room there at the terminal. He tweeted, like, great, JetBlue is delayed. Not sure when I'm going to get home or something to that effect. And then, shortly thereafter, JetBlue on Twitter responded to him and said, what's your flight number? He said, well, I'm Salt Lake, to whatever this flight number is. They got back and said, oh, they're having some problem with the landing gear. It's minor. They're going to have it fixed about 15 minutes in and be able to board. The people at the gate had not announced that yet. But some guy at JetBlue headquarters was paying attention to the conversation, what was being said about their company, something negative in this case, and responded to it and turned it into a positive situation. He said, my flight was great. So I probably would have been ticked off about it being delayed. But instead, I realized that JetBlue actually cared about what I was thinking. So, and all they were doing was paying attention to what was being said in that conversation. So there are 4 levels of passive participation. They get better as they go up. One is a deceiver. These are the Belgians of the world who are out there trying to manipulate people using social media. Don't be a deceiver. 2, the PR pressure. And I think this is where some companies get excited because they put press release on a blog and they're stoked because they're blogging. In reality, I mean, the general consumer, I'm really into gadgets and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever read a press release from a tech company at all. So if you're on a blog, you're speaking to the consumer, and your content, right? Content is has to be good. And if you're just putting recycled corporate speak or just slapping a blog post up there, and that's all you're doing, you're not really engaging in social media or providing something of value to your target audience. So be our filter. Next is the rep, and this is the person who's been assigned social media responsibilities within a company or organization. They get it. They understand they're supposed to be providing good, timely content, not just putting it out there, but engaging with people, sharing good information that's not their own. They're really engaged and they get it. And this is where a lot of us fall, and it's a great place to be for. Is the person who's been assigned social media responsibilities. And then we get up to what I call the guru, and this is the rep, but it's kind of elevated because it's someone of importance in the company who really gets it and they're doing it on their own. And that inherently is intriguing to me. Because if I know that, I read Gmail's blog, right? Back to Gmail. I read their blog. I don't know who the engineers are, but I read it because the content's good and it's about something I care about. I know it's not the CEO of the company, but I still care about the content because it's, to me, I guess you might call it, there's value there, and I know who it is. If it was Eric Schmidt, CEO of Google blogging, that would be even better. That would be Guru, great, he's involved. But it's the employees doing it, and that works just fine. So you've got receiver, PR, printer, rep, and then the guru just gets it, they're doing it on their own. So as you enter in as small business owners into social media, it's important to decide what your role is going to be exactly. There are a number of different ways to go about this. But as I talk to people about these companies, I talk about the 95-5 rule. This isn't an exact ratio, obviously. But are you getting involved as a person, or are you getting involved as your company? If you're getting involved as your company, you can, 95% of your content should be about your company